Welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype guide. We are diving into the most tragic and terrifying of all dark monsters. Yubel is a lineup of dark fiend monsters that focus on evolving through destruction. When one form is destroyed, it summons the next, even stronger form. This archetype is known for its unique ability to avoid battle destruction and reflect damage back to the opponent, while controlling the board with effects that punish aggression. Yubel is your main boss monster that sets up the whole archetype's evolution chain. It can't be destroyed by battle, prevents you from taking battle damage, and burns your opponent for the attack of anything that dares attack it. When destroyed by anything other than itself, it special summons terror incarnate straight from your hand, deck, or Duel. Best to use when you have a reliable destruction method like Samsara D Lotus or Gruesome Grave Squirmer, so you can quickly advance into your stronger forms. Terror Incarnate is your field-clearing monster that wipes out all other monsters during every end phase. It shares the same battle protection and burn effect as the original Yubel, making it dangerous to attack. When it leaves the field, it brings out the ultimate nightmare from your hand, deck, or Duel. Best to keep this on the field when you want to maintain board control, but be ready to trigger its departure strategically to summon your final form. The ultimate nightmare is your finishing boss monster that destroys anything it battles and deals damage equal to the destroyed monster's attack. It's immune to battle destruction and damage, meaning it punishes your opponent every time they try to fight back. Best to bring out late game when you're ready to push for the win, since it can wipe your opponent's monsters while burning them heavily each battle. Spirit of Yubel is your key support monster that keeps your plays going. It's indestructible by battle and can special summon any Yubel monster from your hand, deck, or Duel when destroyed. Plus, it can jump onto the field when your opponent declares an attack, and it searches for any spell trap that mentions Yubel. Best to use as your starter, it sets up your main combo pieces, defends your field, and ensures you always have access to your Yubel cards. Samsara D Lotus is your dedicated tribute engine for Yubel monsters. It can tribute itself to special summon a Yubel straight from your deck and can disrupt opponents by forcing an effect to destroy a Yubel instead of resolving normally. It even recycles itself during the end phase if you control a Yubel. Best to use early to get your Yubel evolution chain started, and it's great for triggering your own destruction effects during your opponent's turn. Geist Grinder Golem is your unusual extender that sets up your field by giving your opponent a free monster, but in return, it lets you special summon a Yubel from your hand immediately. It can also revive itself to your opponent's field whenever you summon a Yubel. Best to use when you already have a way to destroy Yubel on your turn. It helps you advance your form chain while setting up future plays or potential burn damage. Gruesome Grave Squirmer is your fast destruction trigger. It can special summon itself from the hand if you control a fiend and then destroy a Yubel or a monster that mentions it, instantly setting off your evolution effects. From the GY, it can banish itself to special summon another fiend with 0 attack and defense. Best to use as a combo piece to destroy your own Yubel cards safely and extend plays. It's a flexible enabler that keeps your chain reactions going. Phantom of Yubel is your defensive fusion monster that turns your Yubel cards and 0 attack fiends into a powerful control piece. It can't be destroyed by battle, you take no battle damage involving it, and it can even rewrite your opponent's monster effects by forcing them to destroy a Yubel instead. Best to use as a disruption tool during your opponent's turn, you can tribute it to completely turn off key monster effects, but time it wisely since it can only activate once per turn. Yubel the Loving Defender Forever is your fiery boss fusion monster that dominates the battle phase. It deals 500 burn damage for each fusion material used, can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, and burns and banishes any monster it battles based on its attack. Best to use when you want to close out a duel. It punishes aggressive boards and can deal heavy damage in a single turn while staying nearly untouchable. Nightmare Throne is your main field spell that keeps your Yubel plays consistent. On activation, it searches or destroys a 0 attack and defense fiend from your deck, and it can replace your fallen Yubel monsters by summoning another form directly from the deck, GY, or even banishment. Best to use as your turn 1 setup. It ensures your evolution chain continues smoothly and makes your Yubel monsters almost impossible to remove permanently. Mature Chronicle is your resource engine that powers up with Chronicle counters every time you summon a Yubel monster or a card that mentions it. You can spend those counters to do all sorts of things, from special summoning Yubel, recovering banished cards, destroying cards, or even searching super polymerization. Best to keep active over several turns. The more you play, the stronger this card becomes, letting you adapt to nearly any situation. Nightmare Pain is your main search engine and battle control tool. It lets you destroy a dark monster in your hand or on the field to search any Yubel card, and it forces your opponent's monsters to attack your Yubel monsters, while redirecting all the battle damage right back at them. Best to use early to search your combo pieces, but it also doubles as your protection later, forcing your opponent into terrible battle positions. And eternal favorite is your clutch trap that revives or fuses your Yubel monsters. You can special summon a Yubel from your GY or banished zone with protection, or send this card to the GY to fusion summon using monsters from either field, perfect for bringing out your boss Yubel, the loving defender, forever. Best to keep set as a surprise play, revive for defense or fuse during your opponent's turn to take control of the duel when they least expect it. The main goal of the Yubel archetype is to establish its forms on the field, from Yubel Toter Incarnate and finally the Ultimate Nightmare, while controlling the pace of the duel through continuous destruction and burn damage. The heart of Yubel's strategy is transforming by being destroyed. Cards like Nightmare Pain or Nightmare Throne help trigger these effects safely, letting you climb into more powerful forms while clearing the field. Every Yubel form can't be destroyed by battle and makes your opponent take damage equal to their monster's attack. This discourages attacks and lets you chip away at their LP while maintaining control. Modern Yubel decks often include Fiend Link or Fusion engines, using cards like Phantom of Yubel and Super Polymerization to generate strong boss monsters or defensive boards. Cards like Nightmare Throne and Spirit of Yubel keep your monsters coming back from the GY, ensuring you always have something to protect yourself with or use as material. Since Yubel is part of the Fiend family, it pairs well with engines like Unchained or Fiendsmith, letting you extend plays, link summon easily, and create resilient setups that grind through long duels. However, despite its strong recursion and control, Yubel decks have several notable weaknesses that players must prepare for. Since the deck heavily relies on continuous spells and traps like Nightmare Throne and Super Poly, cards such as Lightning Storm, Cosmic Cyclone, or Ghost Ogre can disrupt your main plays instantly. Effects that banish, shuffle, or tribute your monsters like Kashtira Fenrir or SP Little Knight bypass Yubel's destruction-based triggers, making it harder to evolve into stronger forms. Most Yubel monsters are level 10 or higher with no hand effects, making them dead draws if you don't have setup cards. Without Spirit of Yubel or Nightmare Throne, your hand can easily clog. Cards that block or limit special summons can stop your evolution chain entirely, since only the base Yubel and Spirit of Yubel can be tribute summoned normally. And floodgates like Dimension Shifter, Macrocosmos, or Skill Drain cripple the deck's ability to revive and trigger effects, making it difficult to maintain field control. Therefore, Yubel stands as one of the most unique archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh!, a deck that thrives on self-destruction, burns through your opponent's life points, and evolves through chaos. Its gameplay rewards patience and precision, punishing those who underestimate its eerie resilience. So if you love decks with dramatic comebacks, fiery revenge plays, and the thrill of turning your opponent's strength against them, Yubel is the perfect archetype for you.